In the bright morning light of the garage stood the project car, a rustic old Honda Civic waiting patiently for its transformation. The soft rays of sunlight fell on its white body, showing every mark of hard work from the days before. It was not just a car anymore. It was a dream slowly taking shape, one piece at a time. Soon, tiny footsteps echoed through the garage. Zebedee, holding Oreo, his favorite panda bear, came bouncing in with excitement. His eyes sparkled as he looked around at all the tools and parts neatly arranged. Today, he was ready to join his dad and Uncle Zane for another big day in the project car adventure. Uncle Zane stood proudly beside the car, holding up a brand new spoiler. He explained the plan for the day. They were going to check whether it would fit perfectly on the car's trunk. The shiny spoiler gleamed in the light, a glossy blue that caught Zebedee's attention right away. He could not stop smiling. It was so bright and smooth that he could see his own reflection in it. With careful hands, the men began to test fit the spoiler onto the back of the car. They worked slowly, making sure everything lined up correctly. Zebedee stood nearby with Oreo tucked under his arm, watching every move. His eyes followed every turn of a wrench, every twist of a screw. In his mind, he wondered if the car would soon be painted the same beautiful blue as the spoiler. Precision was key. Dad leaned closer, marking the exact spots where the new addition would sit, while Uncle Zane steadied the piece and made sure every corner matched perfectly. The sound of metal against metal filled the garage, but underneath it all was laughter, teamwork, and care. It was a true family effort, where every small detail mattered. Once the spoiler was fitted in place, they moved on to check the wheels and tires. The men crouched low, inspecting each bolt, making sure the tires were firm and ready for the road. Their smallest helper, Zebedee, was right there beside them, pretending to turn his own invisible wrench. Every time he copied their movements, both men couldn't help but smile proudly. After the mechanical checks, it was time to clean. Every surface of the car was polished and wiped with care. Zebedee watched his dad and Uncle Zane move their cloths in big circles, making the Civic shine brighter with every stroke. Wanting to help, he grabbed his own tiny rag and rubbed a small spot near the bumper. It might not have been perfect, but it was his contribution. He looked up and said happily, "All shiny now," making both men laugh. With the measurements complete and the fit confirmed, the spoiler was gently removed and placed safely on the workbench. It would rest there until the car was ready for paint. Everything had to be done in the right order. The men talked quietly, making sure every detail was correct before the next big step. Zebedee nodded along as if he completely understood the process. He picked up Oreo and began explaining it all to his panda toy, pointing to the trunk, then to the spoiler, pretending he was the expert. "That's where it will go," he said softly. His little voice echoed in the warm afternoon air, making the moment even sweeter. As the men continued cleaning up, Zebedee wandered a few steps away and looked at the car from a distance. The sunlight made it glow faintly, almost like it was already painted. He tilted his head, imagining how it would look once it was finished. In his imagination, the Civic was not white anymore. It was a brilliant shiny blue, the coolest car on the block. The windows sparkled, the wheels gleamed, and in his mind Zebedee was behind the wheel, holding Oreo in one hand and pretending to drive down the open road with the wind rushing by. As the sun began to set, the day of hard work came to an end. The garage was quieter now, filled only with the smell of oil and fresh polish. Dad and Uncle Zane packed away the tools, wiping their hands and smiling at their progress. It had been a day of learning, laughter, and love. Together, they walked back to the house, ready for showers, dinner, and a good rest, already dreaming of what tomorrow's work would bring.